You're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what happens on Dear Father Al, you send to me your daily problems about life, about love, relationships, whatever your problems may be. Please consider sending them to me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al. And what I'll do is I'll take all your information, jot it all down, and then reply back the following week with a common sense solution. Today is Saturday, April 1st. No fooling. April 1st, episode number 29. You can contact me 24 hours a day. The telephone number you can reach me is area code 623-764-8893. Again, 623-764-8893. You can also send an email to me. The email address is contactfatheral@gmail.com. Again, contactfatheral@gmail.com. On the subject line, go ahead and write Dear Father Al, and in the body of the message, give me about 500 words or less. And again, what I'll do is I'll take all your information, jot it all down. Hey, Terry, jot it all down, and then reply back the following week with a common sense solution. So if this is the first time that you've watched the show, what I do is I take all your letters, emails, text messages, voice messages that I receive during the week. I jot them down, and then on the show, I read the comments and concerns that you send to me, and then reply back with a common sense solution. If by chance we're talking about some stuff and it's something very similar to what you're dealing with right now, go ahead and add your comments in the chat line, and I will read those off as well. Again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So far live, I've got Terry. Hey, Terry, love you, love you, love you, smooches, smooches, smooches. So just recently, yesterday, a little sidebar, I returned back from a trip to Washington State. There was a college classmate, roommate actually, of mine who I have not seen since I graduated actually in 1986 from New Mexico Military Institute. That's where I received my commission and my associate's degree years ago. Had not seen him since then. So added that to the bucket list to see how my old roommate was doing. So I flew there, and the scenery was absolutely great. They live on an island called Blakely Island in the San Juan Islands. It's a 3-hour flight up to Seattle, then drove further north, east to we'll say north, to see Brad and his wife Brenda. They treated me really nice, and if you want to see some of the pictures that I captured while there, you should be able to see most of them. If not on the Dear Father Al page, you can check them out on my own personal page if I have friended you, and you should be able to see them if I haven't friended you. So thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brenda, for being so kind to take care of me during the trip. The weather was great. On the boat, got a chance to ride around in the San Juan Islands area. So that was really nice. Again, thank you, Brad, and thank you, Brenda, for a lovely time. Again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's go ahead and roll forward with the letter I received last week. All right, so it says, Dear Father Al, my wife and I have been married for a few years. Congrats. This is the first marriage for the both of us. There is a sizable age gap between the two of us. I'm in my early 30s, and she's in her 20s. The problem is, it's always a problem. The problem is that she is now pregnant with our first child. Lately, when I get aroused, start lovemaking, and even gently touch her stomach, she starts to complain. I'm getting very frustrated with this. Imagine that. She has also suggested that we wait for sex until after the baby is born. That's going to be a while. That's a bit much. All right, so he says, WTH, what the heck? What did I get myself into? Help. Signed, Horny Husband. All right, Horny Husband. I will reply back to you soon. So if by chance, if you've dealt with something like this, whether you were the one who was pregnant or if your partner was pregnant. So either way, or if you're the mother of one of the two, mother, sister, whatever, family member, friend of one of the two, let us know how people that you are helping, how they were able to cope with that situation. I would assume so, that it's very trying. The man is kind of doing his thing, the woman is doing their thing, and he wants some action, and it's her first pregnancy, and she is concerned. So please add your comments in the chat line and let us know how you, especially if you were the one that was expecting, let us know how you were able to cope with that situation and get through it. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today is Saturday, April 1st, episode number 29. So I'm going to go ahead and roll forward with the response to Horny, very horny, Horny Husband. All right, so this is what I have for Horny Husband. Dear Horny Husband. All right, so Terry said, before I read it, Terry says, having sex while pregnant will not hurt the baby and can be quite enjoyable for both partners. Just ask the doctor to see how to go about it. There you go. And I have heard that, during pregnancy, the female gets really, really aroused doing that whole episode of bearing a child. So again, I will read this off, and thank you, Terry, for sharing your comments about that. All right, so here we go. This is what I have for Horny Husband. Dear Horny Husband, as Terry mentioned, set an appointment with her obstetrician to soothe the fears of your very concerned wife. She may have received an initial warning from her mother stating that it isn't completely safe 6 weeks before the baby is due. Males who hear this may think that this advice to wait is crazy. What? I'm going to wait? That ain't happening. So, but you may be surprised how common this notion and possible old wives' tale really is. In your discussion, ensure you get confirmation on what is fact and what is not. You're talking to the obstetrician, the two of you are in there talking to the obstetrician, you're talking, it's like, okay, look, I want to do this. what can I do, what I can't do. Give me some facts. I don't want, well, I've heard, no. I want facts, So I would go about that way. So until you get the green light, try to identify new positions which do not add pressure to her stomach and can still add some pleasure. You may have to sacrifice a bit, so if you're used to doing it a certain way, change it up a bit, positions and whatnot, so change it up a bit. And again, you may have to do some sacrifice, but hey, isn't that what having a family is all about? Sacrifice. So keep me posted. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, along with Terry, if you have some additional ideas, concerns that you want to add in the chat line, please go ahead and add those in the chat line, and I will read those off as well. Have not experienced a situation like that. Don't plan to either. With having your wife or your partner, and they're pregnant and having to go through all that. But those that have dealt with that, those that are in the process of dealing with that, I wish you well. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the description, you're going to see a few links. The first link you're going to see in the description is the Friend of the Father Partner link. And when you click that link, what that will do is that will take you to a PayPal page. And on the PayPal page, you're going to see a few drop-down options. The first drop-down option is going to be the Friend of the Father Partner program. The Friend of the Father Partner program, that is a program that we created to help keep the program alive. And when you donate funds to the Friend of the Father Partner program, what we'll do is we'll take your funds and add it to the funds we've received thus far to help pay for the upgrade. We're using a software called vMix. vMix is not paying me to say that, but we're using a software called vMix, and it's a streaming software. And when we gather $300 or so, we can purchase the upgraded version of the software, which will add some more interactivity into the broadcast feed. So that is where your funds will go if you decide to donate to the Friend of the Father Partner program. The other part of the drop-down option you will see is the Living Legacy program. The Living Legacy program, that is a program that we created where we'll take donated mobile devices, laptops, notebooks, Samsung Galaxy Notes. We take those and we refurbish them and bring them back to factory reset, and we'll donate them to senior citizens 65 years and older with no income requirements. So if you're a senior 65 years and older, or if you know a senior 65 years and older that needs a mobile device, hey, contact me, call me, text me, email me, let me know that you need some mobile equipment, and we'll get together and work it out. The reason why we chose the Samsung Galaxy Notes, the Samsung Galaxy Notes come with a built-in stylus, and oftentimes the seniors may have frail hands and they need some assistance in navigating the device. We'll take the real legacy ones, the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models. But keep in mind, if you donate the real legacy ones like that, those cannot be used as a mobile phone because of the older technology. They can only be used as a mini tablet, a free Wi-Fi connected tablet. So the seniors can go to the grocery store, they can go to the library, connect to Wi-Fi, and surf the internet that way. If you decide to donate one of the more current ones, the 9 and forward, those can be used as a mobile phone as well as the Wi-Fi as well, because they've got the more current technology. We'll take either way, but keep that in mind if you want to donate either or both of the two. So you'll also notice in that drop-down reference to what they call open and private. Open, that is where we'll tell any and everybody who donated, how much they donated. Private, that is where we'll keep who donated confidential. Sometimes people want to donate money to either of the two, hey, and they don't want anybody to know who donated, so we'll keep that confidential. If you decide to donate financially, financial donations to the Living Legacy program, what we'll do is we'll take your funds and purchase external mice, external keyboards, cases for the seniors who already have some sort of mobile device. All right. The other link you're going to see in the description is the Father Al wish list. And the Father Al wish list, when you click that link, what that will do is that will take you to an Amazon.com page. And on the Amazon.com page, what you'll see is a whole bunch of stuff. Golf accessories, cigar accessories, all kind of cool stuff. So if I've helped you out, even in some small way, and you want to send some love to me, Father Al, for helping you out, hey, go ahead and find something on the Father Al wish list. Click it, have it drop shipped to me, and I will be more than grateful. If you've been around a while, you'll notice that people have been donating very fine cigars to me. So if by chance you want to send some cigars to me, go ahead and go to your favorite cigar brick and mortar store, cigar website, and then have some stuff shipped to me. Please let me know that you're going to be sending some stuff to me. Call me, text me, email me, however. Let me know that some stuff is on the way. So when the concierge contacts me and says, hey, Father Al, we've got some stuff downstairs in the mailroom, package, at least I'll know what their package is. So that will help me out as well. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al. If you need somebody outside of your basic scope of friends, family, loved ones, someone that will give it to you straight, I'm hopeful you can depend on me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm hopeful that for those of you who celebrate Cesar Chavez's birthday, as I recall, I'm hopeful you had a safe and happy Cesar Chavez holiday. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So far live, I've got Terry. Again, love you, love you, love you, smooches, smooches, smooches. And coming, since I've knocked off the list, off my bucket list to go see Brad, the next one on my list is to go see Jan up north in Sedona. So Jan, I'm planning to check you out in likely May or so, sometime in May, head up to Sedona, spend a day with you, some quality time with some DNA relatives that did that whole ancestry and 23andMe, Nat Geo DNA test. So got some family in Sedona up north, so I will go and hang out with them. So get a chance to interact with some more extended family members. And I advise you, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and do that. Ancestry, 23andMe, Nat Geo, they're not paying me to say that, but hey, I did it. It was worthwhile. I had fun collecting all the information. So let's go ahead and roll forward with the next letter that I received on my list. All right, so the next one says, Dear Father Al, I would like to take out one of our administrative staff members. My associates tell me that making dates where you do business is bad business. How do you feel about it? Signed, Office Hours. All right, Office Hours. I will reply back to you soon. So if by chance, if you're in an office, you own a business or wherever, and you're dating, you have dated, or you're in a relationship, however it goes, with someone that you work with, give us an idea of how that went, and I will read that off as well. Again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column, and without naming any names. Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if it went well, hey, let us know. If it went bad, let us know, how close you guys were, whatever. Hey, go ahead and add that comment into the chat line, and I will read those off as well. All right, so this is what I have for office hours. All right, dear office hours. My opinion is that if the staff member works in your department, stick strictly to business. If that staff member is in another department, maybe, but use extreme caution if you are one who finds it difficult to disentangle himself when an affair has ended. As a rule of thumb, it is always best to avoid liaisons with anyone whom you must be in continuous contact. So that's my take on that one. So if you're hot and heavy with someone in your immediate area and something goes awry, and it's like, we need to break this off. People will find out, whatever. It can be very challenging, I would assume, in a situation like that, especially if you're constantly doing stuff and you're going to see that person every single day and you broke up with them, and especially if it was a bad breakup for whatever reason, and then you still have to look at that person, 5, 6 days, whatever, a week. That could be a bit much and quite stressful, to say the least. I've heard that some people will even just quit. One or both parties will quit. If you're management and you're dating one of the junior staff and it's found out, somebody's going to get fired. Oftentimes I've seen where it's the one that's lower down in the totem pole, that person is the one that'll get the axe. Sometimes you've got some of the CEOs or whatnot that it's been discovered that they've been having a liaison with a junior staff member. They'll cut the CEO because it was a part of some agreement that you're not going to be messing around with the hired help, per se. So, hey, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our social media handle is Dear Father Al. Again, Dear Father Al is our social media handle. That applies to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible, and definitely click that subscribe button. So this is what we've got here for you this week. I appreciate each and every one of you who have stuck with me during the whole life of the show. We're going to continue being broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's go ahead and roll forward with the next one that I received. All right, so this is what I have. So again, thank you, Terry, for adding your comments into the chat line. I appreciate it. Love you, love you, love you. Smooches, smooches, smooches. All right, so next one. It says, Dear Father Al, I am a female who works in a huge downtown building, and the nature of my job requires that I ride in the elevator a great deal. Thus, my question, is it rude for a man to leave an elevator first when there are females behind him? Many times, I have to fight my way out through males who apparently feel it would be poor manners for them to exit in front of me. Signed, Up and Down. Okay, Up and Down, I will reply back to you soon. And I admit I'm guilty of that. I mean, if the elevator is just jam-packed, then somebody says, oh, in the back, something like that, then I'll step off. But for the most part, only if it's really, really packed. Otherwise, I'll just try to scoot back up against the wall and let the females out. I guess old school, traditional, whatever you want to call it, but that's how I am. But apparently it can be an issue for some females. So please add your comment in the chat line and let us know how you feel about a situation like that. Do you want people to step aside? Do you want the males to slam themselves up against the wall and let you out? You know, even if you're in the back, add your comments and I will read those off as well. So this is what I have for Up and Down. Again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, it says, Dear Up and Down. It is foolish, I was guilty of it, all right, after further thinking. It is foolish for males to block an elevator doorway while waiting for members of the opposite sex to seek their way around them. I thought I was being nice. In a crowded elevator, regardless of the situation, if they are in front, should step out first. So I will, after writing this all down, it's like, you know, step out, let them out. Don't slam yourself up against the wall and let them out. It could be awkward and make problems for everyone. So add your comments in the chat line and I will read those off as well. Let us know how you feel, what's your opinion about it all, and I will read those off as well. You're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible, and definitely click that subscribe button. If you need somebody outside of your basic scope of friends, family, loved ones, someone that will give it to you straight, I'm hopeful you can depend on me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, to help you move forward in life. Again, that is what I'm here for. So take my advice and live a better life. Today is Saturday, April 1st, no fooling, episode number 29. Click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. Our social media handle is Dear Father Al. That's Dear Father Al. That applies to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Email address is contactfatheral@gmail.com. On the subject line, go ahead and write Dear Father Al. In the body of the message, give me about 500 words or less, and what I'll do is I'll take all your information, jot it all down, and then reply back the following week with a common sense solution. Telephone number, you can reach me 24 hours a day. The telephone number is 623-764-8893. Again, 623-764-8893. One more time for the road, 623-764-8893. So let's go ahead and roll forward with the last one that I received. Again, thank you, Terry, for your comments. I really appreciate it. Love you, love you, love you. All right, so this is the last one that I received. All right, so this one says, Dear Father Al, a friend of mine is about to get married. All right. He's a straight-laced Boy Scout type and conservative in his approach to dating and having a good time. His other friends and I would like to have a bachelor party in his honor, understandable, but are undecided as to whether the affair should be a conservative one or a wild fraternity stag party, okay, fraternity style stag party. I think having a wild stag party would loosen him up a bit. What are your thoughts? Signed, Confirmed Bachelor. All right, Confirmed Bachelor, I will reply back to you next week So if you're watching and if you have a friend, whether it's a bachelor or a bachelorette, and they're more of the straight-laced conservative per se type, and you want to have a party, whether bachelor party or bachelorette party, please add your comments in the chat line for the next, say, minute or so, and I will read those off as well. Let us know what kind of party you had and how well or how bad it went. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you need somebody outside of your basic scope, of friends, family, loved ones, someone that will give it to you straight, I'm hopeful you can depend on me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, to provide a common sense solution to help you move forward in life. As I always say, take my advice and live a better life. And until next week, go in peace.